Well, Kobe and I's relationship is unique because it was on and off the court. But as a competitor, in 2001, it was my first matchup against Kobe. We're in Atlanta. He's playing for the Lakers, and we only play them 2 times a year. So this is like my first moment playing against them. They're the defending champs. I'm matched up with Kobe. We win the game. I had 36 points. I'll never forget it. Right after the game, we're walking out, and we're almost to the bus. And Kobe, he walks up to me. He's like, "Hey, that one dribble pull up? Oh yeah. I need that. And it was like, that was the ultimate compliment because you never heard Kobe talk. Like, he never says anything to anybody, especially the competition. And so fast forward to the next season, I hadn't seen him, in the summer or anything. And right at tip off, we're circled up, we're lined up, we're getting ready to go. And he just walked up to me and he kind of whispered, and he's like, "I don't forget." And I'm looking around like, "You don't forget." Here I am all ready to go. I'm excited because the last time we faced off, I had a big game. I'm like, I'm ready to go. And he's like, "I don't forget." Man, by the end of the first quarter, I had 3 fouls. Kobe had 22 points, and we got blown out. And I just remember like, man, he's a cold-blooded dude. But that's just how he carried himself. I mean, if you watched him throughout his career, if you got a piece of him, not saying you got the best of him, but just any kind of edge on him, he was coming back with pure vengeance.
A killer. Definitely somebody who always will his team to wins. He just had that killer mindset.
Icon, legend. Man, relentless.
He was really knowledgeable. He knew, he understood the history of the game, and he understood what it takes to be successful. And he was a hungry individual and had the desire to make those things happen.
Just incredible, relentless, never took a game off, always wanted to win and did anything for his team to win. Whether it was passing every time, rebounding, I'm just doing anything to win. So, he's just the ultimate competitor.
His ability to score, when you're young, when you're a kid, that's what sticks out the most.
How he could dominate the game. And you can only see just him on the floor when there's 9 other players on the floor. It just stands out that much. Just him dominating and taking full control of the game.
Just his mentality going into games, fearless. That's how I attack every game.
For me, it was relentless, man. That was how you attack the game. That was how you attack preparation. He was going to outwork everybody, and he's one of those people that, a lot of people say or act like they're going to do certain things, but he was legitimately the picture of I go do it, and I go get it done, and I do everything I can to be the best I can at this game. He legit did that.
I was 8 years old. That was when I started my first basketball team. And so I wore the number 8 for Kobe. I had the first Nike shoe he came out with in white and gray. And just anything basketball-wise, his mentality, his approach to the game is everything I wanted to live it.
I don't remember actually when I started becoming a fan. I just remember all the shoes I would get at him, his jerseys. Me and him actually had the same birthday, so I was a huge fan growing up. He's like my.
We just interviewed him for our show, and just his energy, his presence. I describe it as, I don't know if people seen this. I'm kind of old, but seen this movie called Last Dragon. It's with Bruce Leroy. And at the end of the movie, he gets this glow around him. And I always tell the best players got that glow. And he was one of those people that every time I seen him, I felt it's like a ring around him. He had that glow. Man, I would just say he dominated the game in his own unique way. With the post-ups, the outside shooting, the fadeaways, the game winners. So it's hard to explain, but you'll have to see the highlights to see for yourself.
And the amount of work and the amount of dedication that he put into his craft to become as he was a perfect player. He was as close as you get to a perfect player as far as the intel, the intelligence, the IQ, the actual talent, the actual ability to be able to do so many different things with the ball, handling, shooting, like footwork, post game, whatever you want to talk about, he mastered it. And like for me, that's unbelievable to see somebody go to the lengths that he did. Because you hear about the different workouts and stuff, and people trying. You hear people nowadays trying to emulate it, but they not. They, it's rumors, it's falsehoods, it's fake hustle, it's this and that. Everything Kobe did was real, and it got him to where he was.
And watch his patience over the years develop and become the image and almost the logo of the game of basketball.
Definitely his footwork, I would say. Just because it kind of gets overshadowed these days of how important it is, footwork in the game of basketball. You can get that advantage over your opponent. So that's very important. Watch Kobe and see how he worked, and his footwork and his attention to detail is very focused. So that's one aspect that I look at.
Mentally, he was so secure with himself, and he embraced kind of being the hero and I think he's the prime example of mental toughness. Going through tough times, good times, bad games and good games. People call him a ball hog. Some people said he's a great scorer. But regardless of what it was, Kobe was himself, and Kobe thought of himself differently than others thought of him. And the only thing that mattered to him was how he thought of himself. And for me, that meant a lot because, as a kid growing up, sometimes you want to fit in, or kids struggle with that. But he kind of taught me that just embracing yourself and being yourself and being okay with yourself is the most important thing as a basketball player.
Imagine the most talented, best at whatever it is, and then you have to try to stop them with the knowledge of knowing that they the best, and not only are they the best, but they are the one
Preaching to
person.
us that hard work beats talent. I mean, just his work ethic is just incredible. Things he used to do to become a better basketball player, like waking up at 4 a.m. and stuff like that. So nobody really does that. And for him to do that and be how good he was and stuff like that, it really touched me.
I remember him just getting the guys together. We shook his hand. I got to meet him. I took a picture with him, and he told us we're up and coming and to keep grinding, and hopefully we'll be there one day where they are. And it's getting close. I'm here in the NBA, so those words will definitely influence him for me.
It was like a fun time, like the '81 Kobe, or the final game where he goes for 60. Like you just kind of always knew, and you just wanted to know how he was going to do it. Like, he was going to get the ball. He was going to score. That was just a matter of how he was going to do it. And somehow he always found a way to make it seem spectacular every time.
I know his dream, I know his passion, and his dream will live on as long as I'm living to continue to grow the game of basketball for women.
I enjoyed every time we played against each other and things like that, but my relationship with Kobe wasn't a very personal one like that, where we spent time off the court or we talked together. Like, we always played against each other. Then, we had respect when we played against each other. But that was the first time we had him on our podcast where we got a chance to not be in, against up against that relentless mode where it's like he coming in and we get to talk and vibe with him and just, see the respect he had for myself and Darius. And, we got to let him know the respect we had for him and everything he did.
The Mamba, the identity that he gave himself, and the way he played and executed, and his tenacity and determination to get it done.
His post fadeaway. I think that was the biggest thing I used to try to do in the backyard growing up. I would do it on a video game, and if I seen him do it on TV, I would just run outside and try to do the same move over and over again.
Every game, he was giving his all, and whether it was early in the game or late in the fourth, he wanted the ball. and he always had ways to score, and he almost made the defense feel like there's nothing that you can really do, which is like something that was really cool to me.
I mean, it's not many people that I meet that I could be starstruck by, and he was one of them, to be honest.
He's definitely one of the top players that ever played this game. I feel like everybody knows that.
Just one of the best basketball players I've ever seen play the game. One of the best competitors. His mentality, like just everything about Kobe Bryant when it came to basketball. Coming up, like his mentality, just the way he played the game and the way he is. So he definitely, in my book, one of the greatest ever pick up the ball.
He was the best. And everybody, from myself as a competitor or the kids is looking up to him, like every time when you played him, you wanted to play your best. You wanted him to see you, like, see me, I'm nice. I want you to see that I'm nice too. And I need that acknowledgement from you because you're the best. And everybody want to be seen by the best. And I don't care who you are. When he was in the NBA, if you was in that NBA, you wanted his respect and you wanted to play well against him and him to know who you were.
Stone cold killer. The ultimate competitor will do anything to win. Anything, literally, on that court to win. Not a game, but to win in life. That's how much it meant to him. That's how much basketball meant to him. The competitor that he was is something that you wish you could embody, but it's something that has to be in you. It's not on you. It's in you. That's the Mamba mentality.